guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Montana and I was an exchange student in Germany this past year, but now I'm back in the United States and I make YouTube videos on German and American culture. Today's video is a little bit different. We're going to be getting into something a little more political, so I'm definitely going to have a few notes before I even start talking about the topic. But I'm going to be talking about a American theme park. So it's a Western American theme park in Germany, and I'm going to be talking about some of the things that I found problematic when I visited the theme park. Unfortunately, I don't have any footage because I went with like a friend and her family, so it wasn't really something that I vlogged, but I wanted to make a video right afterwards. This was like a year ago, and I just never really did because it never seemed like the right time and I just didn't really have my thoughts all in line. My memories keep popping up a year ago today, and one of them was visiting this theme park. I kind of collected my thoughts and decided to make this video on all of the things that I found a bit problematic about the theme park and just kind of my opinion on it. Since it is political, I understand that there are many differences in politics in the US versus in Germany, and the two cultures are very different. So what I'm just trying to share is what it was like for an American to visit this theme park. Additionally, overall my experience was pretty good. It was just certain things stood out to me and I was like, ooh, like that makes me a little uncomfortable. That is just a little different for me. And so yeah, I just thought I'd share them. If you have any disagreements or just any thoughts about the things that I'm going to say, then please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. I love reading all you guys' ideas and whatever you think. So let me get started. The theme park is called Pullman City, and it is located, I think, like 20 minutes outside of Passau, so it's in Bavaria or Bayern. It's located exactly in Egging am See, or they also say like / Passau. And then I'll just give a little like brief description from the website. So it says ein lebende Westernstadt, which is a living Western city, so like the Western towns in America with cowboys and how you see all those Western movies. It's kind of a remake of that sort of city. And then they say Pullman City, die lebende Westernstadt in Egging am See, ist ein Erlebnispark, idyllisch am Rande des bayerischen Waldes zwischen, okay. That's not important. So it's basically saying what it is, and it's a big theme park on American Western culture. They've got the whole like city built. They've got shows and performances, replicas of just certain things. You can eat and drink there. Lots of food. Like they set up a Christmas market during Christmas time, and they've just got lots to do. Not really roller coasters, there's no rides except for maybe a few kid rides like a carousel. There's lots of lights, it's very pretty, and you just kind of walk around. There's crafts sometimes for kids, and it's just a theme park, so whatever you imagine when you think of a theme park. But there are a few things that I noticed when I was there that kind of just seemed a little off to me. And so the first thing that I want to bring up is that in the United States, we've moved away from using the term Indians, and now we use Native Americans. A lot of the Western movies have a kind of false portrayal of Native Americans, so they show a lot of stereotypes and they're not encompassing of Native American people at all, really. And so this living Western city kind of plays into that, especially in this German like American theme park. And so there are a lot of aspects dealing with Native Americans that were very problematic to me. The example that really made me like take a step back was the posters. So there's a lot of posters. They have little fake taverns, like American Western bars that they have almost, and there's lots of decor. So the whole theme park is decorated to be like this Western city. It's called Pullman City, and in a lot of the bars there's posters that say, I only have one photo, I wish I had taken more of some of the other ones, but I can insert that one here, and they say no Indians allowed, or no alcohol for Indians, and just very derogatory posters. And so seeing them, I was kind of like this would not slide in America at all. So that was one thing that I noticed and I found kind of uncomfortable. There's also a kind of negative portrayal of Native Americans in a lot of the performances, or I only saw one performance really, but I would kind of assume that in some of the other ones they also have that, because that's what the theme of this Pullman City Park is. It's showing this whole Western movie-like environment, so you step in and you're there. But what we kind of emphasize now in American history is that those Western movies aren't exactly 100% true. They're not a good representation of what the time was like for all the people in the films, and to me a lot of the decorations involving Native Americans were quite discriminatory. The next thing that I saw, like also on the Native American subject, was they have these teepees that are very kind of fake looking. They're not realistic and people can actually rent them out. That one's not as problematic to me, but it was just kind of like very fake looking. Like they could have definitely worked to make that better, and I think that they could still go on with this whole idea of a Western American theme park and just take down those posters or remove the decorations that are offensive, and you would still get the same feeling. Like the whole city itself and the little stores with the tchotchke toys that you can buy or the foods, that it's all the same experience without those posters. So I don't think that I'm not trying to say, oh, like don't go to Pullman City altogether. I'm just saying it would be nice if they kind of took a step back, reevaluated what is and is not politically okay, and maybe just made a few adjustments. But those teepees to me were kind of fake and just not a good representation of what actual Native American housing and teepees look like. And then the last thing that I found problematic about this American theme park in Germany was there was blackface present. As an American going to this American theme park in Germany, it was really shocking to me to see that, because that's just so not okay and like not politically correct in America. We just don't find that as an okay thing because it's so discriminatory. And it was really shocking for me to see this. In this German setting, it was one of the three wise men, I believe, and it was a Christmas parade, and he had blackface on, and it was just very shocking to me. But I know that that's quite popular in Germany, so people in a lot of churches use blackface as well during these Christmas parades, and so there's a lot of different background. But when I saw that, I was just really shocked. I'd never seen that in the United States. And then I actually saw it again in a second Christmas parade while I was in Germany. I want to conclude again that this whole experience was very interesting. Like I enjoyed most of the parts of the amusement park. I just was shocked by some of the representations of American culture and American history, and I do think that Pullman City should change some of those. On the other hand, I want to say that this is definitely something that could be present in the United States as well, because we have what's called Busch Gardens, and that is a cultural amusement park or theme park. There's different little sections, and so one section is Italy, one section is Germany, one section is, I don't know what the other, France. And so I'd really like to go back. Unfortunately with COVID, all of these places are closed, so theme parks in Germany and here are closed. I'd really like to go back and see if we are making these same mistakes as well and being very culturally insensitive, because the way I remember it, Busch Gardens and the Germany section, everybody has on very cheap, fake looking lederhosen and dirndls, and it's just very emphasizing all those German stereotypes. So it's not just Germany who is doing things like this and really playing into the stereotypes for entertainment or commercial purposes. Those are my thoughts on Pullman City and on this American theme park in Germany. If you've been to Pullman City, which it says that they have over like 1 million guests or attendees a year, so if you have been, please let me know what you think. Thanks so much for letting me share my opinions, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Bleib gesund und tschüss!